an eargasm of learning and a no-fuss show. Welcome to the Creative Talk Podcast, where you can learn straightforward topics about branding, digital entrepreneurship, online business, and many more with your charming host, John Santos, along with inspiring entrepreneurs, creators, and thought leaders worldwide.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Creative Talk Podcast with me, Jan Santos. And today we have a very special guest. She is, first of all, she's very beautiful. So take note of that. International best-selling author, life and leadership coach. Let's all welcome. Now, this is a challenge, guys, for everyone watching and listening. This is a challenge how to pronounce her name, but I'm going to do my best. All right. Let's all welcome very lovely Pooja Talisara Bandari. Welcome to the show.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be on your show. And wow, you got my name correct, beautifully correct, in one go.
Well, well, thank you for, giving me that, the intonation of the name. So again, my friend, I am blessed. I am happy to have you here in the show. I follow you on LinkedIn. I love your perspective, how you, explain things, your perspective, your point of view. Thank you, in spite of your busy schedule, for being here with us on the show.
Honored, completely honored. I absolutely love your work, the wisdom nuggets which you get in. So you're doing an amazing work. It's my honor to be on your show and share my perspective.
What's your story? Who influenced you to be in this position of greatness where you, reach out, you coach, you're a best-selling author, you're helping a lot of people. What happened? Please, the floor is yours. Share your story, share your journey.
That's a very beautiful question because, today when I'm a coach and I always tell people that your life is based on patterns and each pattern has a deep, deep influence. So traveling through my journey, which I'm very, I want to take your audience through my journey, the listeners through my journey. So it started with a small town back in India, in Rajasthan. So I'm the first English speaking in my non-English speaking family.
Wow.
I come in from a hardcore business family. And my dad was a jeweler. And I'm the first professional in my family. I'm an MBA in human resources. My dad passed in at an early age. My mom is a cancer conqueror. And that's where, it hit in. Because my early negotiation actually started with my dad. So when I turned 21, he was like, okay, we'll get you married. And I was like, I don't want to get married so soon. They're like, what do you want to do? I said, listen, give me 2 years. I want to plan out my career. I want to do something.
Right.
And that's where, I embarked on my journey as an MBA, as a human resources. And, the series of event, with a long story short, the series of event, wherein I was the youngest one in the leadership role. And one of the assignment what I was been given was to fire someone.
What?
Yeah, because it was been decided by the person whom I had succeeded, in the role. And I was like, I'm not going to do that. And, they were like, she's just an early promoter. She's got promoted too early than her age. So they were like, just follow the instruction. I said, no, my heart doesn't agree to it. And I'm not doing that. And I'm very, very happy to share that person today, whom I reinvented his career trajectory in front of everyone, is being at the highest rank. And that's where, the coaching was taking place, in different form, being that change agent. And when the cancer hit my mom, I call her as a cancer conqueror.
Right.
You're not a cancer survivor. It's a battle which has been conquered. And that's the time I felt, so my entire life journey can be into the threefold that every exit is an entry somewhere. So when I moved out from India to here, I met John Mitton, who was an ex-coach of Jobs and PepsiCo Roger, and who was my mentor. I never knew that was going to happen, And don't let external noise become your inner voice. And that's really, really, really very deep. Because when my mom was going through the cancer journey, right, everyone was like, oh, life is so unfair. Their dad has passed away and so many other things happening. Now, that can be really your cuff, mental cuff, which can really bog you down. That can be those like chains which are not being seen, but which can be felt. And that's where, I say that, self sabotage and the fear is something they just barge in, you don't even know until it barge in.
Right.
It's so important. And then the third is, we want to see that the grass is greener on the other side.
Ooh, I love that.
But the grass is greener on the side where you're going to water consistently every day. So that's how my journey has been from a human resource to being and youngest master Ryan, being amongst the top 10 coaches in the world who are under 45 and being in the leadership team of John Mitton.
Wow.
And John on a podcast,
Yeah.
And I just asked him, like, I want to be mentored by you, but I'm too young for that age. And you never know. So then
Right.
ask, you don't know. So then
Wow.
be afraid of asking. That's
Wow.
my lesson.
I love that. You're sharing a lot of learnings already. And I love the story. The ups and downs. Pooja, with that vast experience in leadership, you've been connecting and helping people, different culture, different characters, different attitude. One main factor has always been the challenge. It's not always easy. It's not always success. There's failure. With that long experience, my friend, what's your take on failure? The floor is yours.
So you look at failure. Now there's everything in life, and how do you look at it, the perspective, which is going to actually define. It's the lens and the perspective. So before I get on to the failure, I'll like to share a small story. So it's a small incident, not even a story. So I'm a mother of two,
Yeah.
15 and 10. And so my son was like when he was growing up, when he must be somewhere around 3.5 something. So, when you're teaching children early, and I told him like, boys are handsome and girls are called pretty. So one day he was writing it and I told him like, beautiful handwriting. He was like, Mom, you don't even remember your own teaching. You call it as a handsome handwriting and not beautiful handwriting.
Nice.
Why did I share this is because of the perception. The way you perceive and the way you're going to, give the mental notes to your mind is going to reflect in the way you look at it. So now coming back to the question of failure. So it is important the way the mental connotation and the note and the nuances which you're going to put it through it. So when I'm coaching people, I tell them that failure is a way forward. It's not a rejection. It's a redirection. And what is important is a failure that you need to be an alchemist. You need to be an alchemist. You need to turn your pain into progression. I mean, we are not robots. If we are going to be failed, we need to, feel sad about it. But
Right.
don't get consumed by that energy. Don't get consumed by that energy. Because when you get consumed by that energy, that's where you're putting it a pause. This morning on LinkedIn, when I was sharing about our conversation, and I did share that
Yeah.
failure is when failure knocks at your door, then open it with resilience and answer it with hope. Because a little deep into it, when you're experiencing failure, the various kind of emotions you would be experiencing: anger, frustration, fear. Now, these negative emotions, so-called negative emotions, are not interruptions. They are information. For example, anger is telling you that your boundary has been crossed. Relook at it. Frustration is telling you that you have outgrown that space. Look at for new things. Fear is telling you are just at a doorway of transformation. So, it's so important when failure knocks in, which I would like to call it as a redirection. I would like you to call it as a feed forward in life. Follow the 3R framework.
This I'm excited because I'm a fan of how you constructed that. So for every listeners and viewers out there, get some notes, record this, download this. It's amazing, my friend. Please continue.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, for the 3R framework, it is so important that when failure comes in, how you respond to it, resilience. Now, what I mean by resilience is tick box. Don't react, respond. Understand that from this failure, what is I'm experiencing at which, if you are not able to decode any of the emotion, feel in which body part am I experiencing that emotion? Is it in my head that I'm getting like heaviness? Is it in my chest? Is it in my back? Where? Because each part, has such a deep meaning to reflect. They are the reflection windows. Coming to reflect, learn. What this failure is trying to tell me? Where is it redirecting? What is the lesson I have learned? Don't get upset and sad about it. Like, oh my God, my life is going to shatter. Down. No, don't be that, And that's why I give you an example. That's so important. The meaning what you're going to give it to it, And that's where a lot of our childhood beliefs and everything comes in. So pause, think about it. What is it trying to teach me? What can I do differently? Recalibrate. Open the doors of possibility. In my own life, every exit is an entry. When I learned that things change. And here is what I want to tell everyone. I have learned it in my own life journey. Success is not rented. Success is not rented. It is a lease. And resilience, when you're showing your resilience, is the way you pay rent every day. So I would repeat it again, that success is not rented. It is leased. The way you show up, the resilience, is the way you are paying rent for the success.
Ooh. Wow. My friend, that's knowledge bomb after knowledge bomb. And you actually started answering my follow-up question. I love that you shared, reframing failure. And I love that because it's really a game changer. And I love that you followed it up with talking about success. That's a really powerful foundation and how you look on things. Now, the follow up question that I have in mind, that's why I'm so excited because, you as if you've read my mind. I want you to explain about the connection, the importance of the connection of failure and success. Because a lot of people, and you mentioned this a while ago, they think that when failure knocks at their door, knocks at their situation, it's the end, right? It's like, okay, this is a stumbling block. I cannot move forward. But I love that you mentioned that it's not the end, it's actually a step forward. So, my friend, please explain the connection between failure and success. The floor is yours.
Okay. So, for all the logical listeners out there, let me give you a formula of success and then I will answer the question. Yeah, because, when I was writing in my book, Coexistence to Connection, my husband is a CA and he would like, I don't understand how do you actually empathize, so that got me in that,
right.
Logical tune. So the logical, formula for success is clarity, consistency, courage.
Oof.
The clarity, addition, consistency, addition. So now coming back, that how, failure and success. What is the pathway of failure and success? So if I were to ask you that there are 10 books out there, and one is the book of a person who has failed repeatedly and then has made big, and one is like, was born at the golden spoon, which book would we pick up? Oh, it's like the E one, right, who has failed repeatedly. But that's when it happens to us. We are not ready. So what really makes the ordinary to extraordinary is the way they interpret the failure. They look at the failure. I mean, science has proved this. Every failure has led into some invention.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it actually depends. Like every failure is going to give you an opportunity to learn, to reskill. So the failure can handicap us if it gets into the self-doubt spiral.
Yeah.
If that's where we lose confidence, because confidence is an action, it's a verb. It's a distance we travel from our thoughts to action. So you do not know everything, and here is what I would want to little bit elaborate, which I'm going to be speaking in my next upcoming TEDx talk. That when I was coaching the CEO, and he felt like he said, "Pooja, I don't think so I'm a good CEO." You know what? It was not that he didn't have a good degree. It was not that he didn't have a good track record. It was not that the board didn't approve of him. I told him, you look at the word CEO.
Right.
It is the energy alignment. Your internal energy is not aligned.
Yeah.
So, if you talk about the entire thing, a distance between failure to success, it is mindset and energy. ME, mindset and energy. So the mindset, what you're going to think about it, what you're going to look at it, the perception, which has been based from your childhood beliefs, the patterns, energy, the energy within, and the energy outside.
I love that.
Circle. And that's why we keep on hearing, like, your vibes attract your tribe, and your tribe can either shrink you, sink you, or help you to expand. So, distance between failure to success is clarity of your goals. Don't change your goals. Happy consistency, happy courage, and this all is going to come in from ME, the mindset and the energy.
Ooh, I love that mindset and energy. Like it's a powerful ender. Thank you. I love that. I'm gonna use that. Pooja, mindset and energy. Boom. Thank you, Pooja, for sharing those amazing tips, giving us a different perspective on failure. I'm sure our listeners and viewers are powered, and they are now ready to face their failure and grab that success that is waiting for them to grow and help a lot of people. Pooja, I know you have a lot of releases, projects, or books. Please promote them, and also if they want to connect with you, where can they find you? Social media platforms or website? The floor is yours.
Thank you so much. So I'm on a mission to create communities of leaders who are inspiring, authentic, courageous, and who in turn create more leaders. And I'm on this mission across geography and across age group. So if you would want me to be your usher to unlock your excellence journey, to unlock the limitless you can find me on LinkedIn, Pooja Kalisa Pandari, my name, on my website, leadershipdemystified.com. You can follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, but the best place is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is where you will find me, and on website. And yes, through my book as well, for Instant Connection. So to all the listeners who are listening, I want you to today to pause and to think, if there was no shame, no guilt, no fear, no praise, what would you do differently? If there was no shame, no fear, no guilt, no praise, what would you do differently in your life? Thank you so much.
Yes. So everyone that is listening and watching on this episode, please do connect with Pooja. I'm sure she can help you in your journey towards success.
Thank you for being with us here on the Creative Talk Podcast. I'm your host, John Santos. Don't forget to listen and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform.